guys, happy Friday. All right, today in class, we started off our morning. We ended up finishing our talk about robotics with some coding in Scratch and got to share some projects with that this morning. Then in math, we continued talking about how we find the perimeter and area. And we did one last activity with our toothpicks. Plug in real quick. All right, so here's our shape that we made with the toothpicks, and you can, I taped them down so it would stay so I could show you guys, but before you do, when you're finding the perimeter, we needed all the sides of the shape. So we ended up moving this one straight up. We moved this one over, so it would have looked like this, and then like this. This one we moved over to the outside, and we moved this one straight up to where now these four are gone and we've got this large rectangle. So here, if this side is 29, we now know that the top is also 29, so we know those two sides. Then if this side over here is 10 and 10, that means 20, so then now this side over here is 20. So we were able to find those sides by moving those, and then we were able to add those up to get the perimeter. For the area, we split our shape into two parts. We named this one shape A, this one shape B. We found the length and width and multiplied it together on both, and then added them together to get our total area. Then we went to our book and we worked on page 435 and 436. All right, so in 435 and 436, you've got some different shapes like we saw yesterday, to where we've got something either in the way or something that we need to take account of to make sure that we're not including it when we go to find either our area or our perimeter. So this first one, it says that she's building, so she has this wall here and she's covering the wall with wallpaper. So when you're putting wallpaper on, just like paint, you want to paint the wall or you want to put the wallpaper on the wall, but you're not going to cover the door. So we went ahead and we found the whole area. So we did 12 times 8 to find the area of the entire thing. We found the area of the door by multiplying 7 times 3. And then to know how much we needed, we had to subtract 96 and 21, or take 21 from 96, and we got 75. So 75 square feet is how much is going to be needed for just the wall and not that door part. This one is similar. You've got a roof and the chimney, so they're laying down this roof with square tiles, but they're not going to cover the chimney. So we had to subtract that 12, which was the area for the chimney, from the roof, which we had the 20 times 30. So when we did that, we were left with what would just be needed for the roof. We took a picture of that, uploaded it to our Seesaw. Then over here on page 436, question 5, you have this solar power car, and this is the top part of the car. So you have the roof here, and then this part right here that's not going to be covered with these photocells. So we found the area of the full one, so everything. And then we found the area of the part for the driver. So we had to take out the part for the driver. We uploaded that and added that to our Seesaw activity. Now, there was one other one in here that everybody got a little bit stuck on, was number 7. These are you have to look for those clues. It's not always going to say, go find the area or find the perimeter. You're going to have to know which one to use. So if you're if you're putting trim around your baseboards, the baseboards are things that go around. Like if you look in your house, in your bedroom, the baseboards are usually they're white. They might be brown, but they're the things that go around the walls. It's the trim up against the wall and the floor. And so you don't have baseboards where your door openings are. So let's say right here is a door. Well, this space right here needs to be left open. So it says there's 3 feet there. Okay, so we're going to have to remove that part. We don't need that trim. So the part that he's going around is a 20 by 14. So you need to find the entire perimeter. So this one would be 20, this one would be 14. But then once you find your whole perimeter, don't forget to take out that section for the door. Okay, because we're not going to put baseboards. You would trip over and fall. It would be a big mess. So don't put a baseboard in the opening part. So take that out. Now all of this is going in your Seesaw assignment under week 30. So if you go to the end here, you have Friday, put your photos of your completed work there, and your 4 questions, please type A, B, C, or D, and a photo of your page where you showed your work, whether it was your whiteboard, your notebook, or your book. I want to see your work where you work those out. All right, go ahead, get that turned in to me, please. That's due today. Then we had the quizzes on area and perimeter. So that is in Google Classroom. Go to classwork and right here, quizzes, perimeter, and area. And these are the same types of questions that we've been practicing throughout the week. And there's one that I want to go over. Let me get, oh, my shoe, hold on. My shoe got stuck. All right, let me grab a piece of paper. All right. So the one that I wanted to go over is one where you are starting with the perimeter. So let's say that we are given a perimeter of this shape here. Okay, remember, if it doesn't give you the shape, go ahead and draw it. And then once you get information, add it to your either square, rectangle, or whatever you're working with. So let's say they say that the perimeter is 50 and the length is 20. Okay, and I need to find the width. Well, this is a little bit backwards than what we've been doing, or it could be they give you the perimeter and the width and the length is missing. Either way, you're starting backwards. So we know that perimeter equals add all sides. Well, in this case, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So perimeter equals length plus width plus width. We have 4 sides that we need to add up. Well, if length equals 20, I can add that in. And so in my formula, I don't need to put L anymore because I know that L is equal to 20. 20 plus 20 plus W plus W. I still don't know my width. So now I can combine those. 20 and 20 is 40 plus W plus W. So now I'm going to be thinking about, all right, the whole thing is 50. So everything here has to be added up to 50 So whatever these W's are, whatever the width is, I know that they have to be the same number because they are opposite of each other, and opposite sides of a rectangle are the same. So I'm thinking, okay, if I'm at 40 already, there's only 10 more to get to 50. And I can split 10 into 5 and 5, and that would be the same number to where these would be both 5 and 5. So that would be 20 plus 20 is 40, 45, 50. My links are the same, my width is the same, the perimeter adds up to 50, and that could fit in. So if W equals 5, that makes that statement true. So again, we talked about it I think it was last week when we first started, but you just fill it in just like you learned the perimeter formula. Fill in what you know, do what you can, and then think about it. I know these have to be the same. How could I split that remaining 10 into 2 ways to where these are going to be that same number? So that was one that came up on the quizzes. So make sure you write all that out. Either get your notebook or your whiteboard so you can see how that is on there. Then let's see here. All right, moving down. For reading, we had our Unit 5 test that is in Aware. Please make sure you complete that. And then we read chapter 5 of Fudgemania. So if you go to your classwork, go all the way down to book club right here. Here's chapter 1 and 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 5. This Fudgemania section 1, this is due today, so please make sure that gets turned in on time. And then we uploaded it to Seesaw. So there's a Seesaw assignment right here, Fudgemania chapters 1 through 3. Upload from your Google Drive. And so once you open, remember, when you click on this and you click this link right here, you have to click Open with Google Slides. Then once you've already opened it with Google Slides, you just need to go to your drive. So you could go either to Launchpad. On Launchpad, there's a whole Google folder, and there's one that says Google Drive. So this has everything that you have been opening. So then you just type in here, Fudgemania, and you look for the one, you put your name, and then you can find it that way so that you're not starting over each time you go to your one that you already started. And when you're done with those 4 pages, make sure you turn that in and upload it to Seesaw, please. Alrighty. Next up, all right, Unit 5 test. This is in Aware. Oh. All right, for writing, well, the test, we continue throughout writing. And then we started working on some funny picture writing prompts. And we finished our 3rd one of that. So you can go ahead and turn that in. So that is right here. So you need to pick out of the 7, you need to have 3 of them done. And you can submit that. If you want to do more, that's fine, but make sure you have 3. If there's one that you didn't use, you can just delete the page before you turn it in. In science, we wrapped up mixtures and solutions with a quiz just to check our learning, and that is right here, Science Friday Mixtures and Solutions. So when you click on this, there are 5 questions. You're going to highlight your answer. So if this is your answer, you're going to click and drag and roll over it, choose a color, and now I can see your answer highlighted. Okay, make sure it's the one right here, the marker, the highlight color. All right, turn that in for science. Then In social studies, we had today's article and question, so we finished up that. That can be turned in. That is here in Google Classroom. Click Social Studies Week 30. Finish up Friday. Then we watch these videos about different Hispanic cultures in Texas and some information about the customs and traditions. Students had PE today, so make sure that you do your Friday assignment if you've got one to do for that. Make sure everything, music and all that, everything got completed for the week. And everybody have a great weekend, and I will see you guys on Monday. Bye.